Welcome back, and this is the New York State Notary Association, March 2016 video refresher. This month's topic is how do I renew my New York Notary Public License? We've been getting that call a lot in the last several months. People are confused how to renew. And then from that question stems the logical question, what can happen if I don't renew properly? We're pretty sure you're going to find this interesting. So, your Notary Public License is a lot like having a driver's license. We like that analogy. A notary license is a New York State officer license that expires every 4 years on the same month and day it was originally issued. We refer to that in the notary classes as your birthday as a notary public. So it's always due to be renewed every 4 years on the month and day it was originally issued to you. Like a driver's license, you get a grace period, in this case of 6 months after the expiration date, to renew without retaking the exam again, or in the statute's language, without requalifying. Because as you're aware, that this is a notary public license for life. It's a lifetime commission, renewable every 4 years with a county clerk's office. So, like a driver's license, where you do not drive when it's expired, we're going to recommend you do not notarize while it's expired as well. My kid's piano teacher was arrested last summer for driving with an expired driver's license that was still within the grace period to renew. In effect, she was just late paying her tax bill. She was charged, however, erroneously with a misdemeanor, which was later dropped because it was her first violation. But she was handcuffed and taken in, and her car was impounded. That was a very inconvenient thing to have happen. When a notary notarizes with an expired license that has not been renewed, it could be the criminal charge of fraud in office. What is fraud in office? And we want you to know that the post office layoffs have naturally caused service problems. So show the workers some love there. It's not their fault. A lot of notaries are filing renewals through the mail and not getting them. They get lost in the mail, sometimes on their way to the county clerk's office. So they think you never renewed. I myself mailed a next day delivery letter to Manhattan from the Catskills, and it arrived 6 months later. Just this week, somebody sent in a payment for a notary class by registered mail. When I went to claim the registered mail, they had lost the mail in the post office after they gave me the ticket to come and retrieve it. It's not their fault. I don't know about where your post office is, but mine has only senior people in it now. They laid off all the young people, so naturally there's going to be problems. So you want to avoid miscommunication with the state. That's the point here. So notarizing with an expired notary public license is in effect fraud in office and professional misconduct. Fraud in office is for anybody who notarizes and they're not a state officer. That would include people who are expired and don't renew. And professional misconduct is anytime any state officer knowingly violates any of our statutes or our rules that we should be aware of. So you don't want to have fraud in office, which is a Class A misdemeanor, and professional misconduct, which is also a Class A misdemeanor, on your record. And even if you're not guilty, you don't want to defend your good name. Even if they determine you did not do it intentionally due to your honest ignorance, your notary license can still be suspended or removed once you've received a copy of the charges against you and you've had an opportunity of being heard. That's called a state tribunal hearing. Now, naturally, if your things got lost in the mail, they'd probably believe you, and it would be reasonable, and you would clear your name. But that's a pretty big inconvenience to go through. So we're going to show you the 2 renewal methods, and we're going to show you the one that we think that in 2016 is the one that's best in your interest. So number 1, The state of New York mails your renewal paperwork to you, and then I'm quoting the statute. It says approximately 3 months prior to your expiration date, that's going to be mailed out to you. A lot of times it never comes. Then you mail it in notarized with a $60 fee and wait. They say in approximately 6 to 8 weeks, they're going to mail you the receipt and let you update your stamp and move it ahead 4 years. Okay? So you can always, the number two method that we're following is you can always walk in at your county clerk's office and renew in person and get a receipt immediately. You can do that anytime you want. You can do it 3 months ahead, 4 months ahead, 6 months ahead, or you can do it just on time or a week ahead. It's really up to you. They'll let you renew as early as you want. So you can now immediately move your stamp expiration date up 4 years from the day you went in and took care of that business. That's only once every 4 years that you would have to do that. So to us, it's a no-brainer, and here's a screenshot from the definition of no-brainer in the dictionary for people that are English a second language. A no-brainer is something that requires or involves little or no mental effort. And we hope that you find this a no-brainer, this procedure, because we are getting calls at the New York State Notary Association helpline of people that are not getting their receipts. So we think it's a no-brainer because by renewing in person at your county clerk, you do not have things lost in the mail that never even make it to the county clerk. They are laying people off at the post office and cutting hours. You don't wait several months. You can wait longer to pay, so that's your cash flow. You don't have to do it 3 months early. And you took control over your situation instead of depending on others, and subsequently sleep better at night knowing that you have proof in case it still is not recorded properly, even though you in good faith mailed a check in there that got lost in the mail. We recommend this month that you cover your you-know-what. That's it for March 2016 refresher training. Anybody who's seeing this and you'd like to receive this newsletter, please visit notarypublicnewyork.com and register for the newsletter. It's free.